عدوانا عدو نشوف يا أكثر هموم من عمري 7 سنين وقلبي مهموم راحوا ويلي راحوا بعد ما ردوا أحبابي عندي وتخاف عليك وتدورك أمك موش بسواد العين بصبيها ضمك عندي وتخاف عليك وتدورك أمك موش بسواد العين بصبيها ضمك يا عمي راحوا ويلي راحوا بعد ما ردوا أحبابي يسألني ملك الموت روحك شجاها قلت له حبيب الروح قبلك خذاها يسألني ملك الموت روحك شجاها قلت له حبيب الروح قبلك خذاها يا عمي راحوا ويلي راحوا بعد ما ردوا أحبابي لا 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 لا.
Good evening and welcome back to Mosul, where Sultana Constanza the Tenacious has recovered from her several years long coma, with the only slight problem that she is now a lunatic.
A much more minor problem.
It is a surprisingly small penalty, really. Like vassal opinion -5, attraction opinion -10, same trait opinion +5.
And you don't even get a penalty to your personal wombat skill.
Personal combat skill, all of your attributes are fine. She is also pregnant by her genius husband, so she might possibly have a genius child. I have noticed that her heir is Princess Clotilda, her little sister, who is also a genius and also a lunatic, who has sadly lost her current genius, her most recent genius husband, who died in a chaotic battlefield duel against the King of Egypt. So possibly we should find her a fresh husband. So,
Preferably not one that's related to her.
well, preferably a genius. Obviously, we need a new generation of geniuses. One of them might just make it onto the throne before the end of history. So I had a look here, and this guy actually looks pretty good. There'll be a slight fertility penalty, but he would be an excellent husband, and she has already got 2 children, and it's not like her, though neither of them is a genius, sadly. I think I'm going to marry her to this guy from Oxford. I did have a look for anyone we might be able to invite to our court, but 2320 for diplomacy and martial are going to be pretty hard to beat. We go for men unmarried will join my court. There's only 3 unmarried male geniuses who would join my court without a bribe, and none of them is anywhere near as good. I mean, one of them is admittedly possessed, so we could have a couple, one of whom is possessed and the other one of whom is lunatic.
Yay.
But I don't know that that would actually be a wise move. We could see who will come with a bribe.
How much money have you got?
406, but a pretty decent income. We might also see if there are any teenagers we can nab. Not really. But yeah, I don't know there's anyone who looks as good as the guy from Oxford. So let's take him. Oh, can we get a matrilineal? We can even get a matrilineal marriage to him, which obviously we want. So, dear Countess of Oxford, please send us your Chancellor.
Do you need a new chancellor?
I don't need a Chancellor, I need a husband for my sister.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, if he's good.
He might be that good, it's true. Well, let's get him to be the correct religion first. So he has 23. Our current one has 22. It's true, we could do with a new Grand Vizier.
I mean, the title is Dude, right?
Right, he is now Fraticelli. Let's appoint him as Grand Vizier. Oops, I've gone in. We've re-entered Regency for.
No, because you're scrolling.
Yes, I was kind of planning to appoint my little sister as regent. On the grounds I think she's probably better than my mother. Maybe. Actually, my new Chancellor's better, but. Does my little sister like me? Pretty much. In part because she's my heir. There seems to be a Abbasid holy war against us. Or rather against Sistan, which is permanently a state of holy war. Am I waiting for something? I've forgotten. Well, oh yes, I'm waiting to give birth. But anyway, Waltheoff should find himself a job. What's our... the Emir of Baghdad is pretty grumpy about us. I mean, everyone's pretty grumpy, I think, because we've had a long kind of offensive war. I mean, this one might at least be winnable. I don't think I can join it myself. Oh, apparently I can. So let's just carefully evaluate. Oh, I can probably join her other holy war. Which she is also about to win, but like, we can make sure of it. So we're already kind of involved in the war against the Abbasids, but she also has a holy war against the Thakor of Jabal Kufs. Um, and my regent's willing for me to enter this war. Oh yes, I think she was generally... no. Was she okay with joining other people's wars? I can't remember. Maybe she's more relaxed now that I'm conscious.
Yeah, I mean, certainly I noticed that when I've had regencies that for pregnancy, that the regent is generally a bit more relaxed about letting you do stuff than they are if you are infirm, incapable, blah blah blah, or a child. Partly, I think, of course, because they know it's only temporary, and if you say to them, look, we need to prosecute this war, and they say, now, dear, you're pregnant, then they know that they're probably out of a job in N months' time when you go, not pregnant now. About that question of war then.
It's just join the war and not try to organise an alliance with her, I think. Let our enemies tremble. And because this is a defensive war, it won't annoy our vassals if we keep our troops raised forever, keep their troops raised forever. Let's have a quick look at the wars list, see if there are any others we should join in with. Though, to be fair, based on recent experience, maybe we should try not to get into too many holy wars. There don't seem to be that many of them lying around, which is nice. Like, so far I've only spotted the two that we already know about. Which have obviously Christian defenders. Yep, there are only actually 2 holy wars with Christian defenders, and they're both, the targets in both cases are Sistan, and Sistan is actually winning both of them. So this one, we're up against some guy with 1,000 troops. The only problem is that he's based way over in India. Like, oh no, he's not. He's just is in India. His territory is right here, and actually Sistan's just about to finish besieging it, and it's going to be a walkover. Well, since I can rapidly raise a small quantity of troops nearby, let's march them in there to join in. Possibly, actually, I shouldn't. I should go and join in the other holy war against Sistan, which is probably going a little less. Is probably a little less prone to going well, because the other side's the Abbasids with 33,000 troops. But the thing is, she's going to win that siege pretty swiftly anyway, I expect. Oh, it'll take her a while. Yeah, let's leave her to that one. And our role should mostly be to besiege the Abbasids. So let's pick this lot up in ships, because that's actually convenient for a war on that side of our territory. Where around here has a nice big supply limit. In that case, we should probably also send the ships in that direction if we're going to amass people up there, which is the kind of place we want to be to go after the Abbasids. Okay, maybe don't march through that county. Okay, we'll send the ships to Arajan. And then we have vast numbers of troops here. Probably just need to march across the country. I think trying to do them by sea is going to, because they'll have to be transshipped at Suez. I think it's going to be easier for them to walk. Right, and let's dismiss all our troops in weird places, because I don't think they're going to be useful for us today. Right, I think that's all of them. There seem to be a few that I haven't accounted for, are there? Are those two not actually going anywhere yet? Those two are indeed not actually going anywhere yet. No. That's what I meant. Now, there are only 4 armies not going anywhere, and that's because they're on ships, and if they were to walk anywhere, they'd fall in the sea. Right, Regency ended. I have a son called Albrecht. He is not a genius. Oh, we have a child who needs educating. It's Ruprecht, who is also not a genius. Well, probably reasonable for me to teach him now that I'm conscious again. Probably don't want a non-aggression pact with the Holy Roman Empire.
Depends how close you are to a crusade.
But I don't think it would help me, because it won't be a crusade against me. It'll be a crusade against my liege. I mean, I suppose there might be some benefit in an alliance with Arabia, for all that they're part of the same empire. Oh, I can probably actually... The vow I made was not in vain. The Holy Virgin has blessed me with a healthy, strong boy. So I can lose some piety and remove my vow of charity, which is currently reducing my tax income, or keep true to my vow, which loses me 100 gold and then removes the thing, but does give me 300 piety. I don't think I really have a use for 300 piety. I think I'll accept losing the piety and keep the money. I don't know, I think it would be sensible to appoint my sister as designated regent. My mother's getting on a bit. Why has men become Catholic? That's not allowed.
Just check that, you know, your chaplain hasn't.
I think that's someone irrelevant to my current wars who's besieging things. My court chaplain is definitely the correct religion. Oh dear. As soon as I broke my vow, my poor child's health started to drop. It is only because of my sins that Albrecht now suffers. Become depressed. What have I done? Or don't become depressed, apparently. Maybe it was like become depressed with some probability. It's nice to have a brilliant strategist around, but he's not that brilliant. I think that's a usefully sized... actually, there's going to be another 2,000 with them very shortly. That's several usefully sized armies. Let's start marching them into the Abbasid Shardom. Oh, sorry, maybe it was actually that Albrecht became ill. Well, that's not so much of a problem. He's not a genius anyway.
One of the more expendable members of the royal family.
I mean, we'd still like to keep him, but...
But you've only got, what, 20 years till the end of time?
1414, so
Okay, so you've got
40, I think.
years. So you might need another generation. How old are you?
35, I think, 36. Little sister is 33 and currently the heir to the kingdom.
You might well need another generation.
The new Emira of Cologne, she is the wrong religion. I can't demand her conversion because I'm currently at war. Her husband's the correct religion. Yeah, feel free to try to get a claim on something of mine. You probably won't succeed. An awfully long walk to get to the Abbasid Shardom. Ah, right. The war we were actually involved in has ended. Okay, we'll need to send her some money so that she'll be willing to convert. Happily, she's quite poor, so it doesn't take very much. So now we have the problem that we're not actually officially in this war against Sistan, and so we're officially pissing off our vassals again. Bah. There's a defensive war we can get involved in. No, that's not an defensive war. That's you're engaged in a holy war for Granada. Another decent-sized army. Right, the Emir of Cologne has now converted to Fraticelliism, and so is putting things back the way they should be. Having briefly fired a Fraticelli bishop for being Fraticelli, she's now been informed of the error of her ways and how that she really shouldn't fire Fraticelli bishops. All my armies are in the east, and so the peasants are revolting in Damascus. Possibly you're in the wrong location, my dear. Thing is the Emir of Baghdad. No, that is actually where the Emir of Baghdad is. Maybe you could try improving the Emir of Baghdad's opinion of me and not some random bishops. I mean, admittedly you failed, so like it's probably a good job that you weren't trying to convince the Emir of Baghdad to like me.
Well, as we know, the Emir of Baghdad is probably dealing with a persistent assassin problem.
It's true, yes.
So, you know.
Okay, apparently an awful lot of other people's troops kicking around here. Actually, I think you lot should stay here. Or are we going to run out of space? Yeah, we are actually going to run out of space. What? The war score has just suddenly gone from plus 90 something percent to minus a phenomenal number of percent. Possibly this is a question of having lost some part of the territory under... Yes, I think that's that. Ruprecht asks, where do heathens come from? Do I make him kind or maybe honest or maybe gregarious or zealous or maybe wroth or maybe cruel or probably just and maybe wroth? If we say they are men like us but unbeliever enemies, I think that's the appropriate one. Oh, he's become wroth, which is slightly unfortunate. I was hoping for just. We've got another 6,000 troops here. Will they fit there? Yes. If you lot are going into Baghdad and this lot are not doing anything useful yet, let's improve your chances. Um, I still have 26 Marshal, so let's go for sticking me on the flank there. Right. Because I didn't learn my lesson last time someone bashed my head in on a battlefield. Because I can't see the Outremer army because I'm not officially allied with them. Kind of. But I am still helping them in the battle. Meanwhile, we are besieging things vigorously. Someone has arrived in Kent to loot it. Nuisances. Possibly. Yeah, go on, murder him. He's the wrong religion. I mean, you're the wrong religion too, but... I don't seem to get an option to join his plot, even though it would be slightly helpful. Let's move my siege leader here, because besieging this back is probably the thing that's going to end the war. You are more than confident in your abilities, yet your liege Budshah Uwais seems to be oblivious to your accomplishments. He puts his trust in lesser minds for the sole reason that they were born as men. It is simply not fair. So should I demand that he makes me Grand Vizier or Marshal or Steward? Well, my Marshal skill is 26. I think I know what I should be asking for.
Yep.
Make me a Marshal. He has done so. I am now Marshal and designated Regent, despite my lunacy, of Outremer.
I think he looked at the martial score and went, you know what, actually...
Badshah Uwais took my advice and put me on the council. I'm sure I've more than impressed him with my work thus far. I really am the right woman for the job. Badshah Uwais is certainly a most great Badshah. Badshah. Emperor.
Several sessions.
Who are you killing and why? No one I care about. Sadly, this means I can no longer lead my own troops because my liege is probably sending me off to do other things. Actually, no, I seem to be available again. Let's join in this siege. We now have plus 2% war score. Emir of Baghdad is slowly improving his opinion of me. Yeah, raiders in Santiago, this keeps happening. Not sure whether this war will actually... oh, we're slightly over the supply limit. Oh well. Not sure whether this war will actually finish before we... oh no, I was going to say before that army reaches its destination, but it just reached its destination. Excellent. Right, not very long now before this siege ends, and that should, I think, suddenly whack our war score way back up again, but maybe I'm wrong. Right, to the heroic Sultana Constanza, peace be with you. We request that you honour your obligation and answer this call to arms against Marigato of the Valencian revolt. Yes, we will accept, mostly because that will stop our vassals getting fed up, because I presume that this is officially a defensive war. And we'll send some troops over there just as soon as we've won this war. Like, I hope will be really soon. Grand Vizier of the Axumite Revolt is trying to kill someone else in the Axumite Revolt. Okay. Something just happened. Oh right, we apparently ended that war in white peace, even though we were about to win it. Well, that's fine. You lot, find yourselves a ship. Do we do this in 2 stages? It'll probably be faster, won't it? No, I keep pressing the wrong button. These coastal counties have irritatingly low supply limits. Yeah, well, I mean, usually being coastal means you have a decent supply limit because fish and such.
Maybe these ones are shark infested. Fishing, yeah.
Yeah. Right, so we're going to get our armies to where they need to be by a slightly roundabout route. Oh, actually, oh no, that's the Caspian Sea. That's not a useful sea at all. I was going, can we just send them up there? No, because it doesn't connect to anything else. At least, not this late. And if you're not a Viking, when you're not a Viking. We've only got one organiser at the moment. So that random guy has actually just started a holy war with Queen Adelheid of Sistan after she finished the last two. Well, let's divert one of our armies to stomp on that while we can. Presume this revolt is really not actually a problem. Yes. If I dispatch 20,000 troops over there, we will be fine. Or even 16,000 as I'm actually planning to. 14,000, well, it'll probably still be fine. Why have you revoked Dusseldorf? Oh, he's Catholic, yeah, that's fine. Lots of wars going on involving people getting imprisoned. Oh, I'm down a commander. Find a commander. Ideally, we want an organiser. But, like, my Grand Vizier actually... let's see if we can find a good organiser out there. He's not a good organiser. He's a good organiser and would join my court for a bribe. Oh, right, that's slightly too low a supply limit. Let's separate off some of those. So limit 975. Let's now assign a siege leader to that one, and then welcome. Please become Fraticelli. Good, whatever. Curiously, the Grand Mayor won the war against his tyranny. My new commander is now Fraticelli, and may as well therefore be appointed as a commander. He's an organiser, so let us slap him in here to make this army go a bit faster. Okay, Sistan and Outremer have dumped a load of troops into this county, so everyone is dying of starvation anyway. If I pull my... So the supply limit is 9,000. I've got... Yeah, I should just withdraw all of my troops from there. Right, that's that that fleet mostly full, so let's sail them round while we wait for the next batch. And then find some more fleets. Oh, we should stick an organiser in here again. So they're now right at the back. Actually, we could go and quickly beat that army up. You guys haven't moved very far. Oh, that's mountains. Now we're going to need all of you then. Let's temporarily borrow those armies again. Well, that was someone proposing to kill my new commander. That's not acceptable. At least I think it was. Yes. Please don't kill my new commander. Huh. She refuses to end the plot because she doesn't like me. Well, would you like 15 gold? Will that help you to end a plot against my commander? Yes. Oh, I've got quite a lot of money. I should probably see if I can build a thing in my capital.
I wonder if they do this so that they can get the 15 gold.
You might think that, yes.
I feel as if this is gently holding your commander to ransom without the inconvenience of having to actually catch them.
Hang on. You guys don't need to go back. We've got another army here that can do the job. Ship that lot round the peninsula, while this lot quickly deal with that slight problem in Sirjan. Nephew Ruprecht is becoming ambitious. Go on. Yes, thank you. Stop killing my commander. Damn it, we've got a Catholic Grand Mayor again. Let's send my Grand Vizier to deal with Axum. It's also said my court chaplain to try to generally convert people in Axum, in the hope that we'll have fewer Catholics there. We're going to need some more ships. We'll probably be able to raise some more shortly when I dismiss them over in other place whose name I've temporarily forgotten. Eliat. Someone's inherited tribe. People keep becoming Catholic. We're trying to stop that, but yes, that fleet is for this lot when they return. That fleet is on its way. Yes, improving his opinion of me is nice. Plus 14, which is not going to be enough to make him convert. Yes, yes, I think that's good, converting random Lord Mayors. We might eventually manage to convert the Grand Mayor. I've imprisoned a random useless Tron. Let us see if we can, no, not release him, ransom him. No, we only get 10 gold and he doesn't care anyway. Right, we have the first army here. I can stand that fleet down and then re-raise it over here when I need it. But first we have a siege over here to deal with. That lot can now be embarked. And let's see what is actually going on with this war over here. So can I come ashore here? No, I'm going to have to wade ashore wherever I land, pretty much. Okay, well, let's head for there then. Otherwise I have to loop all the way around Iberia, which is probably a bit much faff. What? There's a tiny, tiny army of the Valencian Revolt over here. Well, that's weird. Because they control the Barony of Ballad. I could, like, go and besiege that for amusement value. Well, when the troops are finished over in Sistan, we'll send them to besiege Ballad just for amusement, unless I can raise something around here. No, it doesn't look like I can. Right, do I have what do I have? I have an excess of military tech, which isn't entirely surprising. Got lots of gaps around there. Let's improve our skirmishing. Keeps revoking things, the nuisance.
It's true, yes. So, at least this week the ice caps.
Oh, someone can be married. Popo de Safi is apparently betrothed to the heir to the Duchy of Austria. Okay, if you want a misguided warrior, you can have one. Oh, he's got an ally now. Yeah, I don't really need you to convert random courtiers, though it is slightly useful. Lots of people going into and out of dungeons. Oh, there's some more troops arrived here. Sure, there's somewhere I can raise a fleet. That's not a big enough fleet. That's a big enough fleet. We're still retrieving regaining Sistan. Let's look at who our various... So he's only 2, he doesn't need a husband. He's already betrothed. Ruprecht is 8 and could do with someone. Independent Duchess of Air. Kind of inclined to go for getting ourselves a suitable non-aggression pact with Arabia. More people on a ship. Right, that fleet is going to arrive pretty shortly. We've now regained that territory on behalf of Sistan. It looks like that lot are besieging something down there, though. So I think we should head down there in order to squash them. And meanwhile, that fleet is going to arrive fairly shortly, and we can do something useful for them. Fabricating claims is not interesting. Slightly silly battle because, like, we don't actually get any war score for it, but we are improving his opinion. We might one day get him to convert just before he dies. Possibly we should, like, go through his vassals and see if any of them would like to convert too. Right, we've dealt with that. Do we now head up here and besiege here? Yeah, go on. Right, meanwhile, we have this 10,000 strong army here, which I think may as well just go straight ashore there. Right, oh right, yes, Adelheid has now won that war. We are apparently at war with Britannia now, who are attacking Gascogne. Okay, well, conveniently, we're slowly moving our armies in the general direction of bits of Britannia we know about, so right, that fleet is now finished with, so we'll send it round. Actually, no, we can send it to Rome, which is our nearest friendly territory. Meanwhile, make sure we've got a siege leader and a couple of other decent commanders here. And start working on pushing over Castello. Possibly it's not actually worth hanging around and pushing that over, and we should first go and beat that army up. Nah, it's not going to take us very long to push Castello over. Plus, like, we can bring that lot ashore as well. Someone has had a daughter. Oops, I should pay attention to who people are murdering. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, he doesn't look like a very good heir to the Emirate of Damascus anyway. Yeah, that would probably be good to have that inherited. Right, has that fleet arrived in Roma? It has. Right, we can then disband that fleet there. So what's going on over here? That lot are marching all the way up to Samara. Let's just dismiss those fleets. We're not in any imminent danger of needing them, or at least of using them.
Some of those sea routes just say, we have a spline engine and we're going to use it.
Yes. Right, let us go across there and give them a quick thrashing to improve the war score a bit. Right, he's getting happier. 54 opinion. I think if we weren't at war, we might be getting close to the point where we could actually convert him. Sadly, there's at least one war that we're definitely at. We've got a new Badshah. Badshah Uwais died at age 50, was murdered at age 50 rather, and has been replaced by the newborn Badshah Samir. No. Curiously, Samir is... Oh, right, Uwais had 3 daughters and then a son. So even though Princess Rasa is a much more sensible age, because of the slightly unfortunate inheritance rules in Outremer, Samir has ended up inheriting the empire, and therefore I am his regent. Don't know if I get to do very much as a regent. I mean, I feel I should. Like I should be in control of the empire, but
A bit more if you, with CK3,
yes.
I think you do with CK2 even with DLC. Surely I've been regent for someone.
We've captured a mayor. He is not worth any war score. He can afford to pay me 25 gold to be let out. We propose that Empress Dowager Rasa become the guardian and mentor of little Ruprecht. Well, I was doing quite well at raising him myself, thank you. No, she's terrible. My dear Badshah. We're trying to kill Francesca von Anhalt. Okay. That's about that mayor that we imprisoned and then released. Your horse has always struck you as being of a dependable sort, a quality you find sorely lacking in your counsellors. Time to shake things up a bit. You will appoint him as your new Grand Vizier. Glitterhoof, I appoint thee as Grand Vizier of the realm. This option is available to you because you have the lunatic trait. It's not an optional option.
Yes.
Valtheoff's opinion of Sultana Constanza changes by minus 15 for 5 years. Fired from council.
What about Glitterhoof's opinion of you?
Well, perversely, Glitterhoof doesn't actually appear to have been appointed. Like, what about Glitterhoof, eh? Because otherwise I'm just going to reappoint Valtheoff. He may not like me, but... Get back to cheering up the Grand Mayor of Axum. Good night, Steph. There's another siege leader, there's one. Right, let's wait for that lot to become movement locked and then we'll charge in there and flatten them. Little Valpurga is also not a genius. Where are all the genius children? Well, we've converted a patrician, that's probably good. We have a new Emir of Taiz. Or trying to kill her, okay. Or trying to kill him, okay. Right, that's that battle dealt with. Well, we may as well stay where we are and besiege things there. No, actually, there's a much bigger benefit to getting that place in Valencia back. Or Valencia. Meanwhile, we are also besieging somewhere over here. Oh, Lord Mayor of Kassala has converted. He'll probably now be kicked out of his post because the Grand Mayor won't like him anymore. What's going on in this war, meanwhile? Right, that's mostly a loss of control. We can probably help fix that in a bit. Once we've dealt with another war. The Emir of Damashq and Jazeera has decided he prefers Jazeera to Damashq. Oh, also Emir of Baghdad, apparently. Or trying to kill someone I don't know about. That's fine. Right. Ruprecht is impulsive. Oh, we don't like arbitrary strap. Right, we've now reclaimed all of the Valencian territory, and we're about to get some more here. Well, yes, about to get some enemy territory here. We'll probably thus start engaging the British soon. Actually, we should probably prioritise that because we don't actually want to win this war too soon, because at the moment it's a convenient defensive war that we can use as cover for beating up the British. Sadly, Navarra is now held by the Holy Roman Empire rather than us. Right, so I'm going to deliberately not attempt to win that war just yet. Right, we already have an organiser in that army. Because we have this war against the British to win, or at least help our liege win. That's a 14k strong army. We need to avoid running into that until we've got a bigger army down here. I said we need to avoid running into that. I'm movement locked, I can't avoid it, neither can they. It's in planes. That is about the best we can get. Right, let's see how that goes then. Might not go well, especially if he realises he can bring that lot in. Doesn't seem to be realising that though, that's good. That lot is still some way off. This isn't, oh dear, the reinforcements are on their way and we haven't finished the battle yet. And this is in Europe where the counties are tiny. Right, now we're in trouble. Actually, I'm just going to immediately attempt to withdraw to save what few troops I have left. So basically all of the problem is that county there being occupied by the British. But they've got so many troops around here that I can't really take it back. Don't know if my occupying British territory is helpful, actually. Anyway, have you lot reached the coast yet? Yes. I think we need marginally more fleet ships than that. Oh. So I should probably pay attention to that one. Whatever. Right. Actually, let's ship my troops out to somewhere slightly more useful. I think we're not going to be able to save this holy war, though. Where are you guys going? You're heading over there, that's fine. Oh, that war has ended.
Yay.
Probably not yay, actually. The Duke of Gascogne lost. Britain has taken more Fraticelli territory in France.
So how much money have you got? And
1265.
okay, that's plenty of money. How many troops do you have?
44,000 maybe.
Right. So I go back to the plan of finding countries or empires or anything where you have a claimant and sticking them in and putting a Fraticelli head of state in place.
Right, well, I should probably provide at least a little assistance with this war that I'm currently engaged in.
You could do a little bit.
It won't take very long to finish it now.
Yeah, while you're doing that, you can work out where to go for the next. I mean, I'm looking at Britannia here.
Oh, you mean see if we can find an actual claimant on the empire?
Yeah, or on Lusitania, which is next door, or yeah, I mean, you can mop up some more of the rump of France.
Oh, there's a claimant, but he probably doesn't have, the problem is that that Britannia currently has a male monarch who is not incapable.
He looks quite old.
Yes, but then his heir is also of age, so a weak claim is not going to be enough. She has a weak claim, he has a weak claim. Yeah, I don't think there are any strong claimants on Britannia. Lusitania similarly has a male monarch at the moment.
That's influence.
I can't find anyone with a strong claim on it either. What weak claims do we have kicking around already? Anything big? Oh, we have a weak claim on the Kingdom of Brittany. can't declare war at the moment because
We're still back in the vault, but we should get this one eventually. So then shall I turn up tomorrow?
so who would I be pressing that on behalf of? Alain de Beaumont. Does he appear in this list? He presumably does. Oh, there he is. Right, Spy Master of Anjou. Yes, I see. Though it might be better to get Lope, Commander of Brittany, who would join my court even though he hates me. Oh, he's zealous. Maybe I can't convert him. Maybe we should go for Alain de Beaumont there. Is Alain de Beaumont of the correct religion? Yes, okay. So we could totally... Oh, crusade against our religion. Well, I should definitely pledge to join the crusade, just in case that helps. I mean, to join the defence against the crusade. That doesn't make us strong enough, sadly, that they'll actually just give up on it. No, I'm not going to... Well... Yeah, I'm not going to join a plot for someone who won't in some way benefit me. I mean, I think this war is going to be won pretty soon anyway. I may not actually be able to get my troops across to the right place in time. Let's give them an organiser to give them slightly more chance of getting there. But I think there's going to be a... Oh, my Grand Vizier is actually doing the right thing, even though I briefly appointed a horse. I really need to get you to be the correct religion, you horror. But for that I need to finish this war. We are admittedly at 98% war score, so may not actually need long. My troops have almost reached a useful place. Right, we've improved his opinion again. So once we are not at war, we might be able to convert the Grand Mayor to a sensible religion. 99. My troops are one county away.
Can't get a forced surrender?
I can't because it's not my war.
Oh, yes, of course.
But we've just dumped an awful lot of besiegers in here, which will finish this off a bit quicker. Yeah, feel free to try to get claims on my titles. It very rarely works. Right. So now maybe we have enough opinion from the Grand Mayor of Axum to get him to the correct religion. No, because he's a true believer. What a nuisance. Oh, since Grand Mayor Theodorus is an infidel, I can revoke his title. Oh, but I don't want to do that. I know I don't want to do that, because that will destroy the entire republic.
No, don't do that. There are a couple of things you can do. You can plot to kill him
Yes.
while leaving your chaplain there conversing the next generation. You could check who the current heir is and check that they're the right religion.
They are.
If you can check the whole line of succession, even better.
It's
It's elective, but
yeah, it's
basically that will more or less give you the front runners in the current election. So you can.
I can't demand his conversion because he's too distant, I think. I mean, my court chaplain might get him.
Yeah.
I mean, he is 72. He won't last very long.
Yeah, but if you say that, he'll just hang until he's 90 to destroy.
Yes. Right. I only have 200 days until the crusade starts. I'm really not awake enough to accomplish a crusade today. Let's get these troops out of the way. Yeah.
Well, his boss is the target.
Yes.
Purpose.
My co-conspirator, Mayor Ludolf, has hired someone to saw through the supports of the railing on a balcony Grand Mayor Theodoros is known to frequent. Someone may soon take a bit of a tumble. Success! Grand Mayor Theodoros fell to the ground like a piece of rotten fruit when the balcony railings gave way. A tragic accident as far as anyone is concerned. Gravity can be a cruel mistress. Who are you trying to murder then? Whatever. Is he an heir to something? Yes, but he's the heir to the Duchy of Anatolia, which is not very relevant to me. There is now a new Grand Mayor of Axum. The new Grand Mayor of Axum is Fraticelli.
War against the tyranny of the previous Grand Mayor has ended inconclusively.
Yes.
I would think that, I mean, you may not have personally defeated them, but the tyranny probably ended.
Yes, but there wasn't a victory. Merely the tyranny's been dealt with.
Anyway, good night.
New Emir of Galilee, who inherited it from Emir Hectorios the Hideous. Right, so that's all of my troops stood down, and there's going to be a crusade in 139 days. It's probably going to need at least a little bit of preparation, and so I think I would probably do well to stop now and come back when I'm actually awake. So I think this will be a good point to say good night, and we will see you, oops, wrong button, let's see how snoozy I am. We will see you on Sunday, possibly. Good night.